You wanted to cover the emergency stop, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Stop. We need a bit firmer, a bit earlier next time.
Yeah.
Stop. What are you going to do first? I still think it could be firmer. Stop. Thank you. That's what we're looking for.
See, when I'm driving, I've got into the habit of just flicking between these three.
Without any real
Reason to. Yeah.
I've seen, yeah. And you can tell because sometimes your head's moving, like you said, and you can see it, yeah. Do you want me to tell you now the times you should check your mirrors?
Yes, please.
Right, in general, any time before you change speed, before you slow down, but it's not good checking the mirrors for the first time as you're already slowing down, right? So the key is, see the hazard, check the centre mirror.
Yeah.
It's the true image that shows behind.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be some directional steering involved. So if there is, so let's say you're positioning to turn left at the end of the road, well, we want to check the left mirror definitely before we steer in position at the end, or if you're turning right on the approach. So if so it'd be centre mirror and right mirror, turning left, centre mirror and left mirror. Anytime you change speed, generally go with centre mirror.
Right.
Sometimes for speeding up, slowing down, maybe the right mirror if there's reason to believe that something could be overtaken. But generally speaking,
Right, yeah, because that's only thinking about things coming over on this side.
Yeah, but sometimes in a new road, something could equally undertake.
Right, yeah, of course.
So you might check all three, but you've got to think about what you're looking for.
Things look further away in these ones, right?
They do.
Yeah. I literally only... I've always heard, you know, there's the Meatloaf song, but I'd never really...
What does the Meatloaf song say?
Objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are. Have you never heard that song?
No.
Wow, no, oh, it's a brilliant song. Really, I mean, the whole song, the road is an allegory of life and time, and it's all about how your problems are always right behind you, even though they happen so far. And it's a fantastic song. Meatloaf's brilliant.
I have to give that a listen. I've listened to Meatloaf.
Yeah, objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are. It's a bloody mouthful of a title. But yeah, I'd never noticed it before, and then when I was driving to Coventry, I was just... The difference in size in the car, you know, between the two mirrors, and I was really spinning out about it because in my head, I couldn't figure out which was the true image, and I figured that this one must be the truer image. Yep. But yeah, no, that messed me up a little bit because, well, just because I didn't know, I didn't trust these side mirrors as much all of a sudden at speed. Obviously, at lower speed, when I'm just going around corners and around the city, these are bloody brilliant. But
the other thing to do when you're changing lanes, or to consider when you're changing lanes, coming off slip roads, maybe merging, it depends. It's not always needed, but it is a lot of the time. Is a sideways glance as well. So you check your.
Oh no, I've been doing that.
Have you?
Well, so one of my most hated things is actually, you know, when you're on a dual carriageway, and you got a slip road coming up or coming down onto the same dual carriageway as you. There's a lot of these down in Birmingham and Coventry.
Yes. Yeah. So you're driving down the carriageway and somebody joins. Yeah,
and someone trying to merge into my lane. I don't like it. It freaks me out a little bit. And then I'm always sideways glancing, and then heavily on the left-hand mirror to see if anyone's behind me or anything like that.
What I do there when it's like that, I identify the slip road from afar through road signs and actually seeing it, and then I'll be straight checking what's behind me and what's in my escape route. My escape route being the next lane. So if something does appear, can I change lanes for it? So you're already approaching with the knowledge as to what's in the lane next to you, because you'd normally be in the left or middle or whatever it's a motorway.
Yeah.
Should somebody appear coming up the slip road, in fact, the next thing is, do I need to do anything?
Yeah, of course.
You know, and that's how I take it. Is it necessary?
And if I do need to do something, I've already checked that everywhere's clear. So that's...
It's a bit like the mirror work. You know what I'm saying? You spot a hazard. Check the mirrors, because we're going to slow down. We might slow down, and if we do, we already know what's behind. Rough characteristics of the driver. So if it's somebody with really loud music, phone like this, you're going to be more careful, aren't you? You are, aren't you? But the point is, you know about that before you have to do it.
drivers are doing in the cabs. No, I'm just looking at the cars.
Look at the driver.
Oh, I'll try that.
Look, don't look at them. You need to look where
yeah, I'll obviously pay all my attention onto the road, but
I think more regular mirror use, we can really build up a better picture with that and potentially make better decisions. Sometimes what I've done is I've pulled over and let somebody go in front because I don't want them behind me anymore, because they are driving too close all the time. I've been watching them when I'm turning and when I'm doing stuff. They're getting ridiculously close, and you're thinking it's a matter of time. I'll pull over and you can crack on.
Some people do that to me just because I'm a learner. Yeah, it really bothers me, like the way people treat me because I've got L plates on.
Yeah.
And it's literally they'll do one of two things. They'll either stay as far the hell away from me as possible, or they're right on my ass because they just want to get past me so they don't have to deal with me anymore. It's really horrible.
Patience is a very important thing in it for driving and understanding, I think.
I remember I stalled 3-4 times on that with cars backed up behind me. Over behind me starts honking his horn because he's getting angry at me.
Right, because that's going to help you.
And I'm like, you got a problem, do I am? I'm a learner with L plates on in my instructor's car. This isn't helping.
It doesn't help.
And then at one point my instructor was actually like, do you want me to, like, he was suggesting that we switch over, and I was like, no, I have to just pull off and then I'll be alright. And then I did. It got me really, really flustered.
I'm sure many people could relate watching this video.
I'm pretty sure I was only about 18 or something at the time. But it was, that was quite horrible.
You wanted to cover the emergency stop, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
How did it go last time?
When you hit the dash or whatever signal you give to give it, depress the brake firmly, but do not stomp on it. Once you're about halfway to slowing down and you feel like the engine is about to, struggle, then you depress the clutch, but not before, because you need the gears to slow down.
Fantastic, yeah. Engine braking helping you, good stuff. Alright, when you do stop, what are you going to put on? So the car's secure?
Handbrake.
Okay, and where are you going to check before you move off so that all the angles are covered?
Everywhere?
Yeah.
There we go.
Left shoulder.
I was like, is there a magic spot where I can just see everything? No, there isn't. Alright then.
Alright, so yeah, follow on my systems out and we'll go straight on at the roundabout. You see, like what you've done there, you popped the clutch down and kept it kind of just rolling slowly.
Yep.
A bit like that when you're reversing as well, doing your manoeuvres, that kind of thing. So you do it, don't you?
I know how to, it's just not in my natural repertoire yet.
Yeah.
Problem with
which
being mainly self-taught.
Yes.
I got a lot of bad habits.
Straight over at the roundabout, so go to second, but cover the brake and clutch, don't press anything, look forwards as much, and gas on and go. Straight over.
Oh wait, yeah, of course. I thought we were doing that, I thought we were going there.
No worries.
It's a thingy.
So you see, as you cover the brake and clutch, the car's still slowing you down via the engine braking.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, it's slowing you to help you to see to decide, look, it says decide.
Yeah, I actually don't need the brake, the clutch, but at the same time, I didn't feel as in control.
But if you're covering them pedals, you
I have it as the option, yeah.
Brake, clutch down, but you've got more chance of going and not stopping, saving fuel in the long run, less chance of getting a rear ender, because every time you stop and you actually didn't need to, the car behind steering to their right.
Right.
There's no way Russ is going to stop here. What? Smash. That's dead common, that is. So you really want to be keeping moving if you can, and for me that method is...
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
It works. I've got quite a few videos on that, on the YouTube channel, that you can have a look at. So I'm going to ask you to do the emergency stop down here.
Yeah.
Don't do anything until I give the signal, so right? Stop. Okay. that took about 2 years to stop, didn't it, Russ?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. So what would you do now? Good stuff. So we need a bit firmer, a bit earlier next time.
Yes, yep. That needs to be natural. That needs to be stop, and then that, and then this needs to be, well, just stronger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Set yourself up then to move off, checking everywhere first. You're quite right with the handbrake, yeah. As soon as you stop. Right, so you've really got to press into them brakes a bit, haven't you, before they really start pulling you in your seat.
This is why I wanted to try this with my car, because I wasn't like the brakes are so very different from yours.
Got you. Okay, Russ. We'll turn left here and we'll do another loop round. We're left at the roundabout, and I'll just try and get you to do that technique on approach. So check the middle mirror, the left mirror, give a signal, come off the gas, bit of brake, looking over early. I'd probably stay in third in all fairness.
Yeah.
Steer gently. Power just easing on now as we come up. Nice wide one, not too tight. I think coming.
I mean, it creates a nice nice speed to do the turn at. I'm not actually losing control. I just, because it's out of my natural repertoire, I feel like I have less control.
Yeah.
That's in my head.
Okay. That's normal.
So that's fine. Yeah.
Done a few videos on roundabout approaches, just tutorials from me, not lessons as such. You might benefit from them. They're only about 3-4 minutes long each.
Right.
So you might benefit from those. A couple of months ago I released them. Okay, I will be asking you to do the stop again, so we need firmer. We need firmer earlier. So if we can practice this at about 25 mile an hour, that would be good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's solid.
And 25, that's the same as last time. Stop. What are you going to do first? Awesome. And prepare us to move off. Don't flick first gear. Cool. So that was much firmer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We actually pulled forward in the seat a little bit that time. I still think it could be firmer.
Yes.
So what I would do is practice that until it's a bit firmer. Just a little bit firmer, a little bit earlier, and that'll be enough.
Yeah, I want to go one more time round. I want to do that one more time.
All right then, yeah.
Because I don't want to... I don't want to have that jerky forwardness in it, and because of that, I'm actually holding off a little bit.
Right. Okay. Remember though, touch all the way up earlier for that engine braking sooner before you turn.
Yeah, because I did that mid-turn, and that was
You will pick up speed then, particularly with downhill, won't you? No. Remember, it's emergency stop, so it's the opposite to all the good stuff for you.
I just got to feel how it feels in the car, to be honest. I think this one's going to be much better just because I've got the...
You know what you're looking for now, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
And how you're going to get there, yeah. How can we drop back down then? Just generally wondering.
Just because I didn't quite like being in the lower revs in third gear.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, it was just to get my revs up.
You know, I'm not asking you here, though.
I know. You're waiting till around the corner.
Stop. Thank you. That's what we're looking for.
Cool.
All right. Drive on when you're ready. Thanks for that. Cool. All right.
I imagine that might be something that I do when in my test.
What's that?
Drive on.
Neutral.
Drive on.
Drive on in neutral.
Third. I almost did it.
Alright, turn left at the end. Come off the gas earlier, because it feels like we're having to brake quite harsh as we come to the end. So utilise that coming off the gas more, I think, in general driving. I just find it a bit smoother.
Yeah, I think also I've got into the habit of when coming up to a junction or braking for a junction, just depressing the clutch.
Yeah.
Just as a habit.
So keep that clutch up if you can. Still braking, deciding what the lorry is doing. Job done. Was that any different to what you'd usually do? Probably not.
Yeah, I'd probably have the clutch depressed going
Would
into
you
it.
really?
Yeah.
So that's a lot easier to just let the car...
Just in a habit of that. Okay. And I'm possibly... I'd have shifted down into second.
Completely unnecessary now, yeah?
Exactly, completely unnecessary. Yeah. And I've just realised I do that quite a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
I do, because it's just standard for me. Going onto a roundabout, shift down into second, because I used to take roundabouts way too fast.
Okay. At the roundabout, we'll turn left. So
first left, yeah?
Yeah, so off the gas here, brake hard, because it's quite closed. Focusing on where your lane is. Dropping into a second if you need. Look straight back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, off. And into the pub.
Into the pub?
Into the pub. We're not going for a pint.
Aww.
We're just going to turn around.
It's one thing about this trip of my stomach lining. I haven't had a drink in a month.
Haven't you?
Nice,
not a bad thing.
Yeah. Kind of nice, yeah.
We'll turn right. Well, this is a decent car.
Aye.
Quite big. It's amazing the grounds that some of these pubs have got.
I've never seen this place so empty.
Yeah. We'll just turn around and head back towards... Well, let's park, have a quick chat, quick recap as to where we are with things, and then we'll get on with whatever we come up with.
Yeah, you'll do.
Okay, so sorry to interrupt your video there. I just wanted to offer you something a little extra. If you're looking for new driver insurance, we have got a list at the bottom of insurers who specialise in new drivers, okay? So I just wanted to offer you a little bit extra value. If you are looking for new driver insurance, maybe you've got your test coming up and you're just thinking about, oh, who am I going to get to insure me? Well, probably the best way to look initially is to compare many. We've got some companies that specialise in new driver insurance as well, so just take a look, click the link below the video description. Anyway, back to the video. Hope you're getting some good value. Cheers. Alright, so quite a few little tweaks that you could be making with your driving that we've brought in. We've done the emergency stop, forward park, reverse park, parallel park. Have you pulled up on the right and done that yet?
What do you mean?
So one of the other manoeuvres on the driving test is pulling up on the right hand side of the road, reversing back 2 car lengths and then rejoining traffic on the left.
So park on the opposite side, so we're going to cross the lane of traffic. Park, just pull up on the side of the curb. Reverse 2 car lengths back and then go out.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound too difficult, that should be fine. But yes, let's do it.
The real thing is that you know you're not going to affect any other road user, particularly cars.
Yeah.
But anybody, particularly cars, because you're driving head on potentially if a car appears. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and all that. Just think safety really. Why do you think they get you to reverse back 2 car lengths on the right?
Because you're facing oncoming traffic, so you need more distance to gauge it because they're coming at you.
You would if a car parked in front of you because you wouldn't be able to see very well.
Yeah.
And that's the point really.
Yeah.
So we'll go off and have a look at that. Check there, somebody could be coming around us, can't they?
Where do you want to do this?
I think if we can turn left at the end here, please.
Left it?
Yeah, which 2 mirrors?
Well, that's,
You're in second, did you?
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I didn't know where to stop at that junction. because there's 2 broken lines on the floor.
Give way at the first one because pedestrians could be crossing, but at the second one it's definitely the curb edge.
Right,
so that's the road thereafter.
Yeah, okay. I'd never seen that before.
Yeah,
two broken lines.
It's right really because you have got to look for pedestrians before you even.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So I always do that off my driveway. I'll think about pedestrians for the pavement first, and then I'll start looking at the road. So I'll always be slow enough should a pedestrian just come past the hedge.
Yeah.
1 minute they won't be there, the next second they would be there. So it's like, yeah. A bit more open there, you can see them. So we've got brake lights ahead in the centre mirror there.
Yep.
Because ultimately that could affect us later on. We're going to be coming past the red van. I see you've already checked your centre. Did you check the right door mirror?
I didn't. No, because we're going to be pulling.
Just because there's steering involved.
Yeah.
If something's at the side, well, we know about it then before we steer. Just getting a habit of that. And if there's any considerable steer back left, check the left mirror before you come back left. Use reasonable judgment.
Yeah. Just like you always check the side that you're going into.
Yeah. Just see the white sign for the left turn.
Customington just here.
That's all you can say. Excellent. So centre and left mirror. Right, not so much. A bit more brake, earlier. Second gear, clutch up sooner. Yeah, I can see what your mum's saying, yeah. It's quite quick on approach.
Yeah.
Which means you're doing a lot of the braking as you're going round the corner. Whereas really you want to be smooth coming in. Have a look so that you know it's safe to
slow it down.
Get back to that speed for this road, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Slow it down before I actually start the turning.
Yeah, I know it's fairly visible on there, but if it wasn't as visible and there was a badly parked car or somebody was in the middle of the road or somebody's car, then you've got a lot of work to do to brake. And if a car's followed you in at the same speed, which is likely, people are in a rush, then you've got to rely on them to react to your braking, whatever it was that made you brake. Look, it might not, but it might. So that's the name of the game here, just eliminate those possibilities.
It's going to turn to Will.
Yeah, it would do, yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on which way we go. I don't know if this is actually here, it might well be. Has it blown your mind?
Wait, now I know where we are.
Yeah.
Wait, it's what blown my mind?
Where we are?
No, but this is the garage that I want to take my thing to get the light turned up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's bends coming up, so again, there you're already in it on your centre. So I'll probably leave off with the mirrors now. I'll give you a bit of a guideline as to how to go about them, why we check, when we check. You've got the video to back it up too. Yep. If you've got any questions, you can ask me.
Yeah.
Shall I let you know if I feel that you've missed any?
Yes, please. I do want you to.
We'll set it.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything that you say as criticism other than constructive, which that was too fast.
It was a bit. Yeah. So it did move me in the seat a bit.
Yeah.
What did you spot it on approach as a sharp bend? Did you identify it as the chevron arrows? I can't see the road in front because it's bent that sharply that it's disappeared. Did you do any of that?
I didn't know, but I knew it was a sharp bend because I know that bend quite well, and I sorry, I was away somewhere else.
Somewhere along here, we pull up on the right. Let's go past the blue van. Just looking, past somewhere after that blue van. Don't worry about driveways for purposes of this. It's not parking.
About driveways.
Right now, a bit questionable with that. You know that black Astra coming?
Yeah.
As we're driving, I know it's already positioned, but as we're driving forwards, it's passing us. I think you could have got over much earlier.
Right, okay.
And brought the car to a stop really before it was anywhere near. And so I'd really be looking to do that, because you are in a head-on sort of position, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
And if that car needs to swerve for somebody moving out for that van on the other side of the road...
Yeah, alright, that's fair. I was literally just thinking, he's smart enough to not hit me.
We would hope so. Yeah.
But relying on other people's... Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. A lot of what we said actually today is not relying on other people.
Yeah, it is. It's just assuming that they could be morons and all the rest of it.
So because you're both moving towards each other, that's his speed times your speed.
Yeah.
Even less time for anybody to think and react.
Oh,
so, in that situation, I think it was fine to come across when that car was ages away. When we started coming across, we needed to kind of make it snappy, so that you wouldn't be any closer than that, you'd want to be stopped.
Right.
You know, where that Audi's parked in front on the right there, that great silver one. So look to do that. If you can't, just hold back in a left of centre line position, as though if you were turning into that side road and you couldn't turn. Same stuff, yeah. So we've reached the end of the session. The camera cut off prematurely. I've not been able to have it on charge as we're in the different car. All that's missing from it is the drive back and the actual reversing back once we'd pulled up on the right. Do you want to just explain what come from that and what you learned?
I needed to be more aware of the oncoming traffic, because I'm parking on the opposite side of the road and I'm reversing back. Obviously they can't always see reverse lights or anything like that, and I mean I could even look stationary to an oncoming car. So I mean, just to be very paranoid of them and stop whenever there's any opportunity for confusion, just to be as safe as possible.
What effect would it have if you were moving backwards in the same direction as the traffic, because you're on the other side of the road, the traffic that's passing? How would that affect them passing you?
Well, I mean, their judgment of my speed is going to be wrong or skewed. As I said, they might not even be fully aware that I'm moving. So, you know, if they, for example, want to park just behind me or pull in just behind me, they might try and pull in. And then, you know, I've all of a sudden taken up that space. I never really thought about the perspective of that situation until you pointed it out. Yeah. It is a lot more, you know, I see why it's on the test actually. I'm really glad we went through it, because that would have thrown me on the test if we hadn't gone through it today. Like, that's...
Yeah, I see a lot of full licence holders getting it wrong, and I see it, and I think, yeah, like you said, I agree, it's a good thing to have on the test, crossing traffic in that respect, because we do sometimes pull over on the right.
Yeah.
It's just what we do as drivers, sometimes it's necessary. So as you're driving forward, something was oncoming, and you didn't stop. So we talked about that, but also when you started reversing backwards, there was also something passing at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, all of my attention, for the most part, because I was going backwards, was on what was behind me. And obviously I've got to be aware of what's in front of me as well.
Now, there's been a bit of a theme in that, like you've just said, it's not really the driving. No, you can drive. Yeah, the finesse and all that, and the detail. We could tweak loads of stuff, but it's more about the thinking side of it that we've been talking over today.
Yeah,
that's been a bit of a theme.
I don't suppose you have any, you know, like POM. You don't have an acronym for, you know, what you're saying about the coming up to roundabouts and junctions.
Feet in covering position.
Feet in covering position. That makes sense, actually.
So they're not in going position, are you?
Yeah.
Because you'd be covering the gap. You're in covering position, considering whether to slow down and ultimately come to a stop. But that's what I do, and that prompts you to come off the gas earlier. Observations and manoeuvring, just talked about speed. How can you help yourself with the manoeuvres? How can you give yourself more time to look around for the observation?
Clutch control. It's all about just working everything off of the tick over and feathering the clutch, not just lifting it up and going, because even when I'm doing clutch control, I'm still going a mite too fast, you know?
Well, that's because you've probably got to tick over. So you don't even want to achieve nowhere near tick over.
Right, okay.
Because tick over is about 5 mile an hour in my car, last couple of cars, but it's about 5 mile an hour in first gear, and that's quite quick really to be moving.
Yeah.
Imagine parking 5 mile an hour, straight in.
Yeah.
No time to...
I think I've done it, to be fair.
Straight in.
Pretty certain that I have, actually, yeah. And then, no, I think I did that in Coventry at least once, and I parked and went, yeah, that happened way too quick. That was not good.
It don't give you time to think about the accuracy, does it? And
no.
The observations.
No, it made me feel really good that I did it at that speed and got it accurate.
Yeah, it can happen, yeah.
But that probably just fluked that though, didn't that? And even so, I knew as soon as I'd done it, even though I was happy with where it had landed, I knew as soon as I'd done it wrong. It was way too fast, it wasn't controlled. And if I keep on going that way, I'm going to end up with a crumpled bonnet. So, you know.
Are you happy with what we've done today? Do you feel like you've achieved your goal?
Yes,
set at the beginning?
Very happy with that actually. I mean, I said that my goal was to get confident in the manoeuvres. I definitely feel like I've got that with this car now. I wasn't expecting all the extra, you know, thinking work about, you know, observations, manoeuvres, giving myself time on approach to things, but that's good. That's just like extra bonuses that I wasn't expecting from the lesson, so that's giving me a lot of food for thought. Obviously my test is in a week. I'm going to be going out and driving most days to practice what you've taught me and get it all drilled into me, because there was a big problem with the first lesson that we had. Then I got ill and I didn't actually drive to practice a lot of what we'd done for a couple of weeks afterwards. But now, I'm going to be going out as much as possible this week to get what you've taught me just drilled in, so it's part of how I drive naturally rather than just, you know, what you've told me to do. I want to actually incorporate it into my driving.
You're taking your test at Derby or not?
Chilwell.
Chilwell. Okay.
Chilwell.
Well, I'm sure the viewers, myself obviously, would be very interested in knowing how you get on next week. So if you could let us know that.
I mean, I'll send you a text regardless of anything. If I don't pass, then you'll definitely be hearing from me, because I will need your help.
When you do pass,
cheers.
Right, next week, that is. If you want any extra training, motorway or any
the Pass Plus stuff and all the rest of it,
then just let me know. You know where I am.
Fantastic.
Any final thoughts or questions, or are we good?
No, I've been really happy with it.
Fantastic. So thank you to Russ for letting us record his test preparation journey. And if you like today's video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing for more content, weekly content that's just like this one, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.